will shock you sounds like a BuzzFeed article.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
Clickbait.
I know, I
That sounds
clickbaited you.
article.
Ah.
What happened next will shock you.
All right, we are
I
live.
know. I've been reading too much
Welcome
Washington
back.
Post.
Us.
Okay, where were we?
Where
We're
were
still
we?
alive and angry at the
Wow.
DM.
Wow. And learning our DM hates us.
He didn't say he didn't.
He's not
Wait,
denying
he's saying
it.
something.
He's saying
but
something.
It's not coming through. We can't hear you.
We cannot hear you.
No, there's no sound on you.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Oh, I said I
Hello.
don't hate you. I said I love you guys. I don't hate you guys. I just like tormenting you guys. My
I don't
passion
hate
for
you, it's
torment.
your
Nice good one.
Oh,
There's no hatred in my heart.
that was terrifying.
I
That was terrifying.
I just sneezed twice at the same time. I think my body just took a screenshot.
But
No, it just likes somebody's post. It's fine.
I'm confused. It confused me.
There we go.
Right.
So, you can use an action to pour the things. Okay, so Purple Flawn reacts to magical items, seemingly to boil when touching a non-cursed, or but withering away on. Okay. Yes. So you pick up some of this goo and you slab it on the alchemy table, and the alchemy table actually begins to melt with how strong this acid is. So you act quickly and you throw some of the Purple Flawn on. And essentially it will boil when touching non-cursed and wither away upon touching cursed. So you put this Purple Flawn on and it withers quickly. It actually turns almost to a root of its base form.
It'll wither when it
before
does
just
what?
When it's cursed.
Okay.
So this is very cursed. And it will basically then consume some of the acid and wither away. Then you have the residue magic in general being attracted to or spell enchanted items. So is this enchanted or from a spell? This is definitely from a spell. So this was a spell. This was magical. Gold dust is unreactive in general. It's generally used to detect the presence of negative magical effects. So the gold dust that you sprinkle on corrodes. So this is negative magic. This is you get a sense that this is a very negative, evil presence.
Okay.
The mummy dust evaporates into smoke when exposed to positive and seems to grow upon exposure to negative energy. So you put mummy dust on next, and it's almost like elephant's toothpaste, where it explodes with negative energy. The granite dust attracted to oil and wet surfaces can be used to detect moisture. Fingerprints not really applicable here. Acid. So you put acid on the acid, and it consumes your acid and grows. So what I want you to do is roll a d20 with the proficiency of your tools.
Okay.
While this is going on, can Gale start focusing on a prayer of healing, get everybody sort of in the center
course.
almost?
19.
Yeah, if you got it left, go ahead.
yeah.
So 19. Oh, roll that with advantage, just because it's a thing.
Oh, true. Yeah, 19. Thank God the other was a nat 1.
Okay. So yes, with you figure out that this was definitely an evil deity, warlock class fiend. Like this is coming. He was himself the fiend. So what you realize with a 19 is that usually warlocks will have a deity that they worship. You understand the basic concepts of warlocks. You're used to hunting fey, fiend, undead, evil creatures, things like that. But this acid originated from him, and you realize that he is his own deity. He is almost on the level.
Narcissist.
He is almost on the level
knob.
of Lich,
Ooh.
where his just energy and permutation, he gives himself his own spells, and he thought of the most evil thing possible, worshipped himself into being that exact thing.
So does Dana share any of this information?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
she does.
Where do deities go when they die?
Wow.
So when
So-
he shares that,
Question.
Huge fight.
It is-
And then Kitsy's like, where'd your deities go? Oh
Huh?
my god.
Kiddos, go ahead and roll an insight.
Oh gosh.
Insight. 15.
There it is.
You realize the reason why Nightmare was aligned with him was because she saw him as an equal.
Huh.
He was not a lesser in her eyes. Like, you would be a lesser to her the way she views you. That's why she made you a kind of like an agent of hers, right? She cursed you to do her bidding. He was not cursed by her. He was allied with her. And you
Yeah.
realize that in that moment.
So the question is then, with the words I said is I will replace Silvico. What does that do I think that entails? Does it mean that she's just like fine, like I'll just switch off, or
You will
Guinness
actively
becomes
have
yours.
to think of ways to cause nightmares for the general populace so she could work.
I can be a nightmare. That'll be fine.
I mean, it could be as simple as telling campfire stories to children, or as horrible as, like, murdering someone in public. Like, whatever would cause negative energy for people to have bad dreams.
I mean, those are two very big extremes. I get the point, but Jesus.
And
gives
we
you a lot
don't
of
know what you
creative
guys are
freedom.
doing.
Yeah.
And so
Um,
as Dana stands up and slowly starts to put away the kit, she just spits on the ground where the acid was and goes, "Better beings than you have tried to kill me. Every fucking single one of them has failed."
Technically, if Gail didn't heal you, she would have succeeded.
Go fuck
Still
yourself.
healing at the moment. Give me 2 seconds.
I just love the fact that Dana was banished and killed and still was there at the end of the fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dana's like,
D&D, everybody.
Dana is literally Thor. That it'll kill you, not unless I die.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what killing you means.
But yeah, it's just like now kind of like looks down at her hand with this realization, like, that's annoying.
Cedar, Cedar's very quiet after her little laugh outburst that happened right after, and she's just kind of looking down at the acid. But what you all see is that her color changing thing has seemingly just started happening. But instead of the normal camouflage colors or choice colors, it's roiling with black and a deep crimson red and a familiar purple that actually matches somebody we'd already met. But it's just those colors roiling on her wings specifically. Someday nobody will remember you. And she's looking down at the acid. Make sure that, Narcissist. You will be lost to history. It's like you wanted to do with me. Yes! And she just drops to her knees, sobbing.
A very injured, with one life left, Pelly will be walking back up to you after everything was said and done. Because she saw the 300-foot tall Silvico and panicked and ran back to help. But seeing that he was gone and you all alive, she just leans down next to you to comfort you, barely with breath in her lungs.
Cedar just grabs Pelly and just a bear hug. You're okay, you're okay. You're okay, you're okay. I didn't lose you too. I didn't get you too.
Roll a d4. No, I'm kidding. And she'll actually welcome your embrace and hug you back too. And she's like, "I'm just so glad it's over, my queen." And she smiles at you.
Oh gosh, you don't need to do the title thing. Please don't, not right now.
So, the crowd begins to slowly kind of stumble back in to witness. You see probably most of which have ran. Some of them stayed to kind of watch. One of them actually goes and picks up the crown that was knocked off your head at the beginning of the fight and begins to hand it to you as he walks up. Is one of the older. Um, you know what? It's gonna be what's his face.
The judge.
The judge.
Yep, the judge. Yeah.
The Benoit Blanc inspired judge.
Oh,
Love
all right, here we go.
Also, if 10 minutes have passed, each of you guys and Pelly will receive 36 points of healing because I used my full spell slot.
Ooh,
36?
nice. Okay.
Yeah, I rolled really well on like 3 of the d8s, so yeah. And
Neat.
I also get 6 because my
The judge
Yeah,
whose
so-
name escapes me.
Obscura.
walks up. Yeah, he was part of the Obscura.
Mr. Leghorn, Mr. Foghorn Leghorn.
Well, I say,
Why?
Oh, mercy.
that was a well good fight.
Yeah.
No. I miss my
Okay.
Leghorns. They were such good chickens. Anyways, and he'll walk up to you and he'll kind of be like, "That was that's quite a good fight you put on there." And he'll hand you back your crown. You'll notice that pieces of your crown are just melted away, almost like holes have been like burnt through just from drops of acid. I'm say we can definitely make you a new one of these. Um, but might I make a recommendation to you, Miss Cedar?
Fire away.
I know you're having a hard time emotionally, but your people are watching you. So you should probably not be showing weakness excessively on the triumph of battle. And when he says triumph of battle, like a few people that were just kind of in the crowd, like duck behind rocks, and you just hear cheering and clapping and fanfare for you.
Cedar takes the crown. She stands up, but instead of like her normal posture, it's her more like around nobility posture. Just ramrod straight. Just stands up, places the crown on her own head.
And then everybody that just kind of peek their head out like cheers again, and they just keep repeating your name. Cedar, Cedar, Cedar. And even some of the Alaris family are actually kind of like bowing their head, knowing that you just killed one of their own, but they almost don't seem super upset about it.
She stands there and like kind of not basking, but just kind of allows everything to happen. And she goes, "We all need rest after the events of today. Make sure you all are healthy and safe. Spend time with your loved ones. Festivities can reconvene once we are all okay. You are all dismissed." And then the three of you here in the mental link, "Get me out of here."
Give me a second. I'm trying to find something to do.
And
Because
Concerned.
Dana's just gonna kind of project her voice a bit and go, "I will see all of you, or at least some of you, at Gem in the next day or two." And she will turn to the judge, ask for directions, and summon King.
Are you gonna be okay, Dana?
At some point.
We can come with you.
Then do.
We'll come with you. I'll take care of a few things here, and then we'll be ready to come with you. She turns to Judge Obscura. "Take that collar off of her." Her tone leaves no room for argument.
And he'll pull Yeah. He'll pull a wand out. That almost kind of has like a key, a skeleton key on the end, and he'll place it into the collar and turn it, and a magical spell will spin around the collar, and the collar will fall off, and he'll just kind of nod and just as you wish. But remember, you're still responsible for it.
I know.
Well then, we will police the dead for what's left of them, and I guess start spreading the word of what had happened here and your heroic actions. Hopefully, the rest of your reign is quite a bit easier, because I've been forgetting my accent this whole time. Hopefully, the rest of your reign is easier than it is today. But you know how to handle yourself, and I'm glad that we will be in good hands, despite the fact that I did not vote for you.
Ah, well, I did not know that. Okay then.
And he'll kind
Judge
of nod.
Claris, please step forward.
Well, we were just being dismissed to rest, but okay. What do you need?
No, the Judge Claris, not Obscura.
Oh, Judge Claris.
The same one that called her a wretch earlier. You know, that one, that guy.
She'll walk up and nod. Or was it he or she?
It was
I
he.
think it was a he.
Yeah, it was a he. All right, man. Sucks not having notes.
Mhm.
So he'll walk up silently in his robe. The bottoms are kind of singed off for being walking through the acid that's left on the field, and he'll nod at you.
There is a prisoner within the Calaris city, the capital city. He is my brother, Sakaba Nictea. Release him. And bring him to me. By the time he is released, I will most likely be in Gem, so have him sent there with proper care and proper anything he wants. He's been in jail for too long under your family's.
I don't know what you
willing
speak
to,
of, but I will see to it that he is freed, wherever he may be.
Thank you.
And he'll pull out a piece of copper that was wrapped around his wrist, break it off, and you see it kind of dissipate. And you're familiar with the spell. He cast a sending spell.
She's standing there waiting to see what he's sending. She's just like just watching him like, all right, yeah. Like, let me see.
So you're actually waiting to hear what's worked? Okay. Roll a perception.
Not good. 13.
You hear the cow jumps over the moon, and the sheep sleep at night. And catch flight to Gem. That's what you hear.
You are dismissed. And then she turns around and starts walking away kind of towards the dorm area.
You just hear gladly underneath his breath, and he turns and walks away.
Kidda summons Philo out and just kind of carries him like as she follows Cedar.
Yeah, Philo will be fully visible at your summon and sitting on your shoulder and just kind of patting you. He sees that you're still injured and is a little bit worried, but you notice actually in the same places that your wounds still are, he has the exact same burns and spaces where you were hurt reflected on him.
And I kind of like feel out like how you kind of like a how are you feeling?
He sees you're familiar, so you get the inflection that he's feeling fine. He was just very concerned.
Okay.
Roll an
Do I have
insight.
Okay. Roll an insight.
Yeah.
And do I have another bag of holding or not bag of mundane item pull today? Or did I use it?
No, you already did
used it
that,
this
yeah.
morning. Yeah, it's only been half a day, believe it or not. So
7. I don't notice anything.
Philo was trying to tell you something, but you didn't pick up on it. You were a little distracted on his burns or whatever.
And I'm like, okay. You can tell me when I go to sleep tonight. Or trance. Maybe.
Maybe. So yes, so we are. I guess this is my new dorm map. This is continuity-wise not what it was before, but it's close enough. We'll say this is your new dorm because you're in charge now.
Oh, cool. New dorm. Yay.
But
It's
before
just like announced the minute we walk in. I am taking a bath. You do that. Take as long as you need. Kittis, you did really well. Thank you.
Thanks. I'm going up now. And Kittis is just kind of like rubbing her right hand.
So you find yourselves up in the nicer dorms now, and there is actually a private bathroom that you can use with a tub that you can draw. There are magical taps on the walls that actually will provide an almost limitless supply of cold and or warm water magically, so you can draw it to whatever temperature you want.
She gets it nice and warm and puts some of her soap in and just like, just climbs in with it, but keeping her necklace on.
Cool.
I'm guessing are there other people? You said nicer dorms. I guess there are other people there with us.
You will see, because we're switching dorms now. You will see actually some Calaris family. The representatives from the Calaris that did not immediately run from the mountain. So probably only about 6 or 7 of them that you would have recognized. Just being about the last few days, will be packing up their things from the rooms that they were staying in and leaving. Mostly without a word to Cedar or anyone else.
Okay, that's fine. Gail will approach them and say, "Excuse me, I don't suppose you know anywhere where someone can get food at any points?"
Well, your new queen merely just has to ask any of her vassals, and I'm sure anyone would be happy to get her anything she needs.
Right. Well, I'm not asking on behalf of Her Majesty. Well, I'm not asking on behalf of her. I'm asking for me.
So you're asking for you? I suppose you did save us all, didn't you? Fine. And the woman that you were talking to that you kind of stopped, you see her kind of pull a bit of jerky from like a breast pocket and like as her rations, and she'll basically give you what equates to like a pound of dry meat.
Oh,
just
no, no, no,
walk
no, no.
away.
I wasn't looking to take food from yourself. I was looking to see where I could acquire food from someone who wasn't a guest, like a kitchen or something like that. I'm not going to take your food from you. I'm not that kind of a person.
If you want, I'll go down the kitchen and let them know to send food up to the new queen, if that's what you'd like.
Yes, thank you. Can I request something specific?
Sure.
If it's not so much trouble, some baked items like cookies, that sort of thing.
And you want them now?
Well, as
Or
soon
there'll be
as
pastries at dinner.
as soon as possible, really. If it's no trouble.
I will let the kitchen know. I'm sure they'll be up soon.
You have my thanks.
Is that all,
and
my
I'll-
liege?
I wouldn't go that far, but yes, you have my thanks. And Gail's going to give her a couple of gold troubles.
And she'll hold her hand out, and as you set the gold down into her hand, she moves her hand out of the way and just lets it hit the floor and then walks away.
And as Dana walks by this
Very well.
person, she just, with the brightest, warmest, cheeriest smile, pats him on the back and goes, "Lose the fucking attitude next time."
Nice.
Huh.
By this point, Cedar has already like wandered into like one of the rooms, like one of the empty rooms and has like kind of shut the door behind her.
Which one's
Okay.
Cedars?
I don't know.
I think the
Whichever
biggest
I
one
want to take
she
the big one.
wants.
Yeah.
I want to take the big one.
There you go.
Big one.
And then
Um,
Gail, just depending on how long things take, um, it'll be about 30 minutes, and they'll bring up muffins, croissants, cannolis, creams, flan. Like there'll be a small assortment, not a large one, but there'll be a large assortment of not many pastries, just what the kitchen had that they could throw together, and it'll be up in about 30 minutes.
Okay, cool beans.
um,
Um,
yeah, Cedar's kind of in the room right now. Um, and she's just kind of like holding her little earring that's on the side. I did it. I did it, Strix. So glad that Pelly's okay. I don't think I could have lived with myself if he'd gotten her too. And like while no one hears anything on the mind link, there's kind of this almost like buzzing noise, almost like not static interference, but like just like a broken speaker, I guess. Just kind of a if you're driving in the car and there's a water bottle that's tapping against the door, kind of that really irritating buzzing noise.
And Pelly will excuse herself and go nap. So she's out.
I'm taking a nap. I'm taking a nap right here.
So within a few minutes then of all this happening, the pastries will come up for Gail.
fantastic. I'm guessing someone brings them up. I'm gonna give them some gold as well. Just say thank you so much for doing this. I really appreciate it, especially on such short notice.
And no problem at all. I ate a few. They were quite good. Just quality checking for and poison checking for the new queen. Yeah, that's it. And he'll take the gold and he'll bite into it a little bit, and then he'll scurry off down the stairs.
And as he's about to leave, she'll just Dana will go, "Oh, don't worry about eating any of it. It's totally all right. If you wouldn't mind, who was the Galeris that requested these for my friend here?"
I don't, not exactly sure. It came down from one of the service girls.
Okay.
So I don't know who requested it.
Could I
It was
remember the
not.
face of the person that I vaguely threatened?
Yeah, you could probably recant it.
Perfect. So I will describe I will describe them and ask who it was.
Well, that sounds like
You don't have your notes, do you?
No, I do actually. I just kind of wanted to troll for a minute. Well, that sounds like Lady Lily or Honorable Lily. One of the two. They're both lilies. Sounds like a lily.
Sounds like a Lily problem.
So are those two different people or the same person with two different titles?
It's two different people.
God damn it.
They're doing multi-role. One side of their body is like a different costume.
All right. Well then what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just walk. I'm just gonna walk out of the room, and I'm gonna summon Cork, and I'm gonna have Cork kind of survey the area with me and try and find this person, but never approach
Please tell
them.
me that Dana's not gonna murder.
Nope.
Just got
Nah.
off the murder.
Nope.
That's
Something much
That's
worse.
not-
They will live though.
Okay, so
Oh,
you
dear.
leave the room to go look, and you're like, well, maybe we should. The first thing you kind of do is check the dorms that you guys were just in, right? Because your first thought would probably be,
right.
oh, they probably switched dorms with us as the new leading family. And so you kind of go down, and with Cork, you would be able to see her kind of in the um, main room, and you can hear through Cork, right? Yeah.
Hmm.
So you'll actually hear both lilies talking to each other. just talking about just like, did you see the new foundation that's available in Lord's Crossing? And they'll be like, yeah, I totally want to pick some up. And she's like, oh my god, I will totally pick some up for you. And she's like, oh, I'll just make my dad do it. And then they just kind of just keep going back and forth, and they're talking about just makeup, and like their next thought is literally just going to be shopping.
Mm.
Oh my god.
Um.
Almost
So
died.
for one time only, can you allow me to cast
Oh my
a range spell through Cork?
What are you doing?
Yes or no first. It's not a damage spell.
I'll rule of cool it.
Cool. So Dana will just she'll sit outside. She'll sit like 95 feet away, so almost as far as she can possibly get away from Cork, so she can't be implicated. Cork will be in the farthest possible corner of the room within 30 feet though. Um, and she'll take out 5 gold. They will just all but evaporate in her hand. And over the course of 11 minutes, you will whichever which lily am I casting against, lady or honorable?
So the one you wanted
Yes.
was lady.
Okay, so then honorable lily will just because let me check one more thing because this will be really fun if I'm right.
I am terrified. I have no idea what you're going to say.
Perfect. So how old would you say she is? Lady?
17, 18?
Okay.
Oh, lady?
Yeah.
Lady would be older. She's probably older family. She's probably late 20s.
Okay. So what, like 28?
Sure, we'll go with that.
Cool. Honorable Lily is just gonna watch as once the 11 minutes hit, Lady Lily just is now suddenly 37, as Dana has stolen 9 years of her life with the fermentation spell.
Oh.
Oh!
What?
And snaps her fingers, Cork is gone, Dana gets up and walks away.
You just hear screams coming from the new Calaris dorms as like panic is happening, and she's like, where did these crow's feet come from? Why are my feathers turning gray? And she's just like, you just hear calamity and commotion and like screaming echoing through the halls.
Oh gosh.
And so Dana just walks back to the dorms like nothing happened.
Okay.
You will see as you're walking back to the dorms that the half of the Calaris are now just basically bolting out of the castle. They're not staying for the rest of the ceremonies, and both of the lilies are among. So half of them are now just leaving and in a hurry because they don't understand what just took place.
Mm-hmm. Told you I wouldn't kill her.
Yeah.
So as
She's spending some time in the bath, but she will be doing something once she gets out of the bath. Okay.
okay, so we'll resolve a few things. So Gail, what were you doing? With the pastries
Yeah.
and
So
stuff?
when pastries arrive and just after Dana leaves, he's going to go over to Cedar's room, knock on the door, say, "Hey, C, you in there?
Yeah.
I may have got you something. Okay, if I come in and
You can come
put it
in.
down.
No, you can come in.
Okay, but only because you say I can." And he'll open the door and come on in. Say, "Hey."
She is not making eye contact. She's just looking at like one board in the floor or something.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, it's
I-
okay. I understand if you hate me now. I understand.
What?
I caused so much trouble, and I said some pretty sick things out there. I understand if you don't want to be my friend anymore. Um, I understand. I only caused trouble. I don't understand why people even voted for me. I can't breathe.
Oh, he's gonna put down the plates on like a surface somewhere, and he's gonna sort of kneel down to his with her, and he say, "See that some of the things you said were shocking, yes, but honestly, what you've been through, I can understand why you wanted to." And
I
sure, I
meant
got
those
knocked.
things. I meant all those hateful things I said at him. I still mean them. Doesn't that make me a horrible person? Doesn't that make me a monster too?
You are not him. Yeah. He can't hurt you anymore.
Says who?
It says pile of acid or outside. He only exists in here, and he's going to sort of hold his hands up to her head, not touch her. He exists only in here now. Only you can decide if he hurts.
Okay.
And I don't know about not wanting to be your friend, and that what you want.
Sorry, your voice cut out. Say that part again.
Sorry.
Oh.
He's going to say, as for you understanding if I don't want to be your friend, is that something you want?
No. No.
Good, because I don't want it either. So it's like I said to you, kind of stuck with me now.
You know, originally, when I gave the tour, I thought I was just going to give a tour and move on with my life. I didn't want to make any friends. But now you're one of the most important people in my life. And so are the other two, and Dimron. I was really afraid I was going to lose you out there. I almost lost Pelly. Thank you for bringing her back. I thought he was get her too. You know,
Wasn't
he he stabbed the same place. But he stabbed for strength.
must have been tough to see.
And even if he'd stabbed somewhere else, it would have been tough to see.
And I wouldn't have let him take her away. I know you have your differences. She means
She can be an
couldn't just let her
idiot,
die.
but she can be an idiot, but she's still my sister.
Yeah, I'm given to understand that's what siblings.
Yeah. And
And
then out of nowhere, she's just vice grip hugging Gale.
he'll hug straight back.
Thank you for not leaving. Thank you for not hating me.
Cedar, I can't hate you. You mean so much to me. I'm just happy we could be there to help. I'm not sure what happens now, but
I don't know
with
either.
you, with you being queen and everything, but whatever happens, we're here.
Thank you. And I'm here for you all too. You know, sure as heck I'm not just staying here and letting the rest of you all go on adventures without me.
You just get jealous.
Yeah, plus I need some time and space from all this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. It'll be good to get back to just messing around, having adventures, not having to worry about some deranged psychopath trying to kill us.
Is it with people from my past becoming narcissists?
I've got no idea, honestly.
2 for 2! Ugh. Hey, maybe they can be friends in the Shadowfell. I don't care.
Yeah.
I hope
Let's just
not.
hope we never have to go there.
Foreshadowing.
This is weird, but
Sometimes foreshadowing can be subtle.
Ba-da-da. So you
know
guys
what?
kind of.
Oh.
So- No, go ahead.
You know what? You know the funniest part?
What?
It's only gonna get worse once he gets down there. Because the Raven Queen's champion is my brother.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, he is, as the kids say, screwed.
oh. And she kind of touches her earring again and goes, "Ugh. The earring used to be his. It's actually my arcane focus."
Oh.
Yeah.
Makes a lot of sense now.
Yeah. That's why I literally never take it off.
I
Are
should.
you okay? I want to make sure you're
Um,
okay too.
I mean, I'm a little beaten up, but. And I nearly died like twice.
Oof.
But, I mean, that's just normal at the moment, right? I mean, we just get knocked down, we get back up again.
Yeah.
And we're gonna keep you down.
Cadis is
Yep.
becoming a bit of a healer.
Yeah. I know she doesn't see herself as one, but I consider her a healer. She's saved me quite a few times.
You know, she's the only one of us that didn't go down today.
Yeah.
With the rolling tally. That kid didn't go down once.
Yeah, she's really impressive.
Oh, so big news. I officially adopted her.
Yeah, I saw the the courtroom.
Bit of a surprise, but I remembered that you can do that in an Allen court, so I went with it.
That's a very specific thing to do, but I mean that's great for you guys. Congratulations on being a mom, I guess.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, speaking of moms, I'm now remembering the pseudo dragon. And she looks at her
Yeah.
castle. Mom, you lied in there.
And you hear just kind of a sound as she kind of pops out. And,
Yeah.
like
I
flies
get that.
around you in circles.
We're all okay. We're all okay.
I kind of got you some. I was hoping for cookies, but I got some bits in from the kitchen.
Oh,
Getting a bit of
Gail.
cheering up.
Thank you.
Um,
It's really nice of you.
I just wish there were cookies at that time back in Burbank.
I remember that. That was fun.
I sort of do.
You were wasted.
I'm amazed I'm still alive after that. To be honest with you.
Good grief.
Thank
I
goodness
mean-
I can heal hangovers.
Yeah, I'm really glad Dimron taught you that trick. I mean, makes sense. I mean, the fact that you got so hammered by drinking with a dwarf, and that the dwarf knew how to fix the hangover.
Yeah, that's one thing I'm not going to get in a hurry.
So you guys are interrupted by a quiet rap at the door. Just a
Men?
couple of knocks. And you see some of the people that were there for service just kind of come into your room and bow down and be like, there will be grand dinner served in your honor as taking over. I do have to report that some of the Caleres have left in a hurry. They had other matters to attend to, but there will be a dinner in your honor here within the hour. And then tomorrow morning, your transport to Gem will be arranged at your request. Or, well, I guess at your first duty. Um, some of us are eager to know when you may be back, though, but we can work that out later. I just want you to know you'll be completely taken care of, and dinner will be in an hour. We do hope to see you there. Is there anything that you would request that we make, if able?
Hmm. And then she kind of like patches into the mind link. All right, name your favorite foods. 3, 2, 1. Hot chocolate.
Bread. I don't know. There was a favorite bread that I had from back home. I don't know.
Dana, come on.
And
Me too.
Dana's just giggling, and she goes, she goes, I'll take a steak.
Ooh, good choice. Steak, hot chocolate, and do you have any other like specification for the bread? Because bread is a very big category, Gail.
Oh yeah.
There's like a lot of bread.
It was like a really soft, like texture of like a really sort of crusty.
I'm forcing this
Crust.
into existence now. Just get the man pan dulce.
I was thinking Tiger Loaf, but sure.
What he just described. Make that.
Oh.
And then, also, can there be tea? Specifically, the brew from Brine Run.
We will do our best to get as close as possible.
Thank you.
I'm pleasantly surprised with the rumors we heard about your family. I was expecting many things.
Oh,
But this is
And,
normal, so.
what rumors? Don't worry, you can tell me. I don't
Oh, of course. Yes, and you don't have to worry. We'd brought some, just in case. But you know, balut, and menudo, and haggis, and all the things that the, Nectea family favorites. We have some durian fruit as well. It surprises me that you guys would eat anything like this, but we brought it, so you don't have to be shy.
No,
We know all about the Nectea palette.
who told you about
Of course, it's the ruling class to set these things in order, so hilarious, of course.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, no, that was all lies.
So,
I
so you don't want the bullet.
no, no, why no, no.
Ah.
Thank you. No.
And
Thank
the
you.
durian.
No. For heaven's sake, no.
What is a durian? I'm really confused.
It's a fruit that smells like rotting flesh.
That's not a fruit. That's just torture. Okay.
Is that actually edible?
Yes.
They
Yeah,
are.
yeah.
They're actually good. They're pretty good once you get past the smell.
Unless you're Travis Willingham.
Like, it smells like home.
Well,
Yeah.
sure.
It would smell exactly like kitties.
Oh, de la kitties. The new perfume.
Oh,
From
and
Chanel.
she turns to one of the servants. Oh, by the way, could I have delivered here some of the best soaps?
Soap.
My
Oh.
daughter likes scented soaps,
Ah.
so I wanted to treat her a little.
So,
And
So-
do you two want anything in particular?
Dana's still just laughing, so she doesn't respond.
Wine. Get that one wine.
oh, okay.
And
Uh,
Gail, anything?
I'm happy with the crusty crust bread, to be honest with you.
Okay.
I'll freshen up as well. At this point.
All right. Thank you all.
Of course, dinner will be ready in an hour. We'll set out what you requested. And he kind of takes off. And what was Kittis doing when she got out of the bath?
Okay, so Kittis is like pulls out like the black raven feather from her bag and just kind of like turns it around. She's like, okay, what do I remember that grandfather said the raven? No, Haku said the Raven Queen. Like, grandfather or just said stop. What does she like?
Oh. Sometimes people ask, "What do you think you're doing?"
I just meant stop. So Kittis kind of like puts the feather down. She's like, maybe the Raven Queen would know on if a deity died. Okay, let's see. Okay, feather. He likes ravens, and I didn't kill this one. So this, and so she kind of like, okay, I know we don't seem to be super close, but so we just kind of killed a very annoying deity today, who also kind of was a warlock for himself, which seems pretty interesting. It would be very notable in your realm of death. So, I was wondering if you would possibly know whether or not he actually died, and if he did, if he just ceased existing, went down to your realm, or anything else. We're good, right? You seem to, like, you answered me last time, even though we're not close. So, what are your thoughts?
The performance?
13.
The feather in your hand fades away, but you don't feel or get any sort of reflection on anything. You get the impression that your question is not answered by the Raven Queen. She didn't provide you an answer. But what a 13 gets you is that there is no answer to.
What is the point of learning about death when grandfather didn't teach me shit?
Because you were only supposed to die.
Wow.
you were the girl who lived. That's the problem.
The girl who lived, come to die.
Roll a history check.
I need to find
Never mind.
proper
You could even roll a natural 1. Your history check roll, no matter what it was, unveils to you that you were a sacrifice.
Yeah.
That was it.
So Kittis is like I really need to find a proper book on death somewhere. Because I'm getting sick of patchworking it. But she kind of like gets herself, like fixes her hair up and everything. And then just like walks back out and just like, I need food.
And
Maybe
so,
that's why I brought you.
So at this point, Dana would probably walk back in the room, and she's still chuckling to herself. She goes, "Kid, come on, story time," and she walks
Ooh.
straight into Sita's room.
Oh,
And
story time.
Oh, hello.
she clicks her fingers, and
all in
Cork is sitting at the door. she just turns, goes, "You know what to do. Keep guard." And uh, and so she'll take a chair and she'll lean back and she'll go, "I just want to preface this. I am not okay, but I'm not good at emotion, so I'm perfectly fine." Um, and so she'll continue to chuckle and she'll go, "Cedar, do you when you were a kid and you were still here, was that Lady Lily kind of a prick?"
Face.
So I have good news.
Hated her. Not hate.
What's happened?
Large dislike. What did I
Uh,
do?
so Cedar, I have good news.
Is this the
Well, I
part
know
where you
she's
say
not
yes, I have
dead.
bad news, or
So
Normally, if they're dead, she says great news. This is a good start.
they're not dead. They're not dead. Um, so apparently Lady Lily was also the person that was a prick to you like half an hour ago.
Oh, that was her.
Yeah.
oh,
I just asked where the
So
kitchen was, and that was.
you
I
know
mean,
how
her
she was
memory was that I
about.
was just being rude.
So you
I
know how
didn't hear
she's
much.
about 28.
Yeah.
Now she's 37.
How?
Oh
No,
yeah, that
disagree.
little fermentation spell I do that ages wine also ages people.
Oh,
Oh,
that is actually really horrifying.
you're right. Like,
Yeah.
That explains the screams.
Yeah.
you laugh, but
Yeah.
he has always been
Oh,
as vain as a peacock.
So as you guys are laughing and just sharing a good time and decompressing, the trumpets bell, the fanfare plays, and voice echoes through the halls. It is now time for the grand banquet in Cedar Nictea's honor. And I think that's where we'll end the session.
Awesome.
oh, nice.
Thank you so much. That was so good.
Yeah. I would like to end the stream by going, ah!